Trevor Lawrence having his pro day today. You see him warming up. Jaguars head coach Urban Meyer there watching him warm up. Yeah, that's the guy we're going to take, #1 overall. Clemson coach Dabo Swinney also there showing support. Lawrence got a picture with all those receivers before they got going. He started out with some short passes to the sideline, eventually working their way down the field. Some red zone throws, maybe the best one of the day, 60-yard dime. I mean, he just let this thing fly. That's what he does. Here is Trevor Lawrence now talking with our Reese Davis afterward on what he needs to work on.
Every year it's a lot of new things to work on that you kind of notice, and then a lot of the same stuff, you know, footwork, comfortability in the pocket, pocket presence, all that stuff kind of stays the same as far as you need to work on that. But then just, I think mentally, obviously the game's a little bit different at the NFL level and what's on your plate. So just taking this time, especially after surgery, to really prepare mentally while I can't physically, and then once I can physically, really, I'm just going to be grinding and getting ready. So just really excited for that challenge. I love learning. That's one of my favorite parts about the game is it's such a fun thing to, you know, learn a new system and to kind of piece everything together. It's a lot of fun. So I'm excited to do that. But I think that's the biggest thing is just mentally, defensive recognition, playbook, all that stuff.
He moved his workout from next month to today because he's going to have surgery on his non-throwing shoulder. ESPN NFL draft expert Todd McShay joining us now from Clemson. Todd, you watched Trevor Lawrence throw this morning. Take us inside the scene of the pro day.
Well, first of all, Jay, the interesting part is that shoulder surgery that he's having and the fact that he moved up his pro day. And the reason he did is because he got a call from Urban Meyer, the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, obviously picking at #1 overall, and said, you know what? Because I've been working at Fox as a college analyst, we haven't been able to have our scouting staff and the coaching staff see you live throwing the football. Would you mind throwing the ball, you know, before you have surgery on Tuesday? And he said, yeah, sure. I'm a competitor. I'll go out and do it. And he did it today in really high-end fashion. He missed one throw rolling out to the left. There were a couple throws that fluttered a little bit, but otherwise I thought he was darn near perfect. You watch the red zone area, placing the ball high where only his receiver can get it. Some of the throws down the field vertically, and then the timing with receivers. You got to remember, there's only one receiver that he played with last year in Cornell Powell. The other three guys that were running routes, he hasn't thrown the ball to. So to have that timing in just 2 weeks to prepare, when quarterbacks usually have 7-8 weeks to prepare for this pro day, it really was impressive to see. And the best part was watching Urban Meyer about 2 yards away from the snap every single play and just watching every single move that he had. If you had any question whether or not Trevor Lawrence was going to be the #1 overall pick coming into today, it's sealed.
What was it that stood out about Trevor Lawrence to you during this setting?
Well, first of all, Reese, just as some background, typically you have 4 or 5 receivers that you've worked with in college. He had 1. And he also had 2 weeks to prepare. Typically, quarterbacks have 7-8 weeks to prepare with their quarterback coach, in this case, Jordan Palmer. So this was rushed because of the shoulder injury that he has and the surgery that's upcoming on Tuesday on his non-throwing shoulder, the left shoulder. But I thought he was spectacular. I really did. You know, the thing that stands out, first of all, is the twitchiness. How quick he is with his feet, dropping under center, and then how quick he releases the ball and gets it out. And that's important in Urban Meyer's system. And he mentioned that when I talked to him yesterday. And I love how he's a long-levered, 6'6" quarterback who can run, but also is twitchy in the pocket and can get the quick game ball out, you know, as fast as he does. And the other thing in the red zone, the ball placement and how he was able to put the ball high exactly where he wanted to. That's something I look for in all these pro days with the quarterbacks. And, you know, he aced another test here today.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.